ऐ दिल है मुश्किल जीना यहाँ, जरा हट के जरा बच के, ये है बम्बे मेरी जान। हा हा हो ही हा हा। ऐ दिल है मुश्किल जीना यहाँ, जरा हट के जरा बच के, ये है बम्बे मेरी जान। कहीं बिल्डिंग कहीं ट्राम में, कहीं मोटर कहीं मिलता है यहाँ सब कुछ, एक मिलता नहीं दिल। कहीं बिल्डिंग कहीं ट्राम में, कहीं मोटर कहीं मिलता है यहाँ सब कुछ, एक मिलता नहीं दिल। इंसान का नहीं कहीं नामो निशान, जरा हट के जरा बच के, ये है बॉम्बे मेरी जान।
Mumbai is rich, Mumbai is poor, Mumbai is fast, Mumbai is slow. Little bit sweet and a little bit sour. Sometimes it's hot, but not too cold. Mornings are energetic and evenings are electric. Noons are lazy, but nights are crazy. And anyone you ask, he always says, I'm busy. Dude, life in Mumbai, it's not so easy.
कहीं सट्टा कहीं पत्ता, कहीं चोरी कहीं रेस, कहीं डाका कहीं फाका, कहीं ठोकर कहीं ठेस। बेकारों के है कई काम यहाँ, जरा हट के जरा बच के, ये है बॉम्बे मेरी जान। ऐ दिल है मुश्किल जीना यहाँ, जरा हट के जरा बच के, ये है बॉम्बे मेरी जान।
There is a lot of masti with little bit of maska. Welcome to the city that can't live without Bollywood chaska. Sev puri, vada pav and bhel puri are all Mumbai char. Relishing it with spicy chutney is not easy art. From popcorn to ice cream all sold on a cart. Mumbai, oh Mumbai, you're always close to my heart. Where local trains usually run on time and violently rushing for a seat is not a crime. Here, 3 p.m. for lunch and 12 a.m. to dine, people face hardship but still say it's fine. From Siddhivinayak in Dadar to Mumbai Devi in town, and ISKCON in Juhu to Haji Ali in Mumbai's crown. Marathi, Gujarati, Hindi, English, everyone together celebrates Eid and Diwali. Holi is colorful and Diwali is cheerful. Spend some time here and your life will be unforgettable. Billionaires to beggars, all found in this city. Be careful dude, this place is a little bit witty. Overall, this dream world is huge but pretty. Mumbai, Mumbai, you are a wonderful city.
जरा हट के जरा बच के, ये है बॉम्बे मेरी जान।
ऐ दिल है आसान जीना यहाँ, सुनो मिस्टर सुनो बंधु, ये है बॉम्बे मेरी जान।
ऐ दिल है मुश्किल जीना यहाँ, जरा हट
Banganga. According to local legend, it sprang forth when the Lord Rama, the exiled hero of the epic Ramayana, stopped at the spot in search of his kidnapped wife Sita. legend goes, overcome with fatigue and thirst, Rama asked his brother Lakshmana to bring him some water. Lakshmana instantly shot an arrow into the ground and the water gushed forth from the ground, creating a tributary of Ganga, which flows over 1,000 miles away. Hence its name, Banganga, the Ganga created by a बाण.
ये एक बाणगंगा एक बहुत पवित्र स्थान है जहाँ पर अस्थि विसर्जन होता है। ऐसे बहुत से कार्यक्रम होते हैं, जिनकी भी डेथ हो जाती है तो यहाँ पे बहुत कार्यक्रम होते हैं, जैसे पिंडदान होता है। फिर यहाँ पर एक फेस्टिवल होता है जिसको बाणगंगा फेस्टिवल बोलते हैं, जो दिवाली में एक बार होता है और उसमें सब दीप जला के मतलब जगह की थोड़ी रोशनी बढ़ाते हैं। और इधर का हिस्ट्री ऐसा है कि इसके लिए राम भगवान आए थे यहाँ पर, तो उन्होंने एक पिंड बनाया था, जो पिंड को पवित्र करना था, पर यहाँ पर पानी नहीं था। तो उन्होंने क्या किया कि एक राम का बाण लिया, उन्होंने ज़मीन में डाला, मतलब मारा, तो मारने से वहाँ पे पानी आया और पानी से वो पिंड को पवित्र किया, जो पानी वहाँ से आता है।
The tank today is a rectangular pool structure surrounded by steps on all four sides. At the entrance are two pillars in which diyas were lit in ancient times. Sassoon Docks. Sassoon Docks is one of the oldest docks in Mumbai. It was first bed dock, constructed in 1875 in Bombay. It is one of the few docks in the city open to the public. It is situated in Mumbai Harbour in South Mumbai area of Colaba. It is one of the largest fish markets in the Mumbai city. In 2017, street art transformed one of the Mumbai oldest fishing docks into an exhibition space. 30 artists from all around the world gave the bustling 142 years old Sassoon dock a colourful makeover as a part of Saint Art Urban Art Festival.
This is a very unique place. This has been now turned to a fish-based port. Earlier it was not. In 1980, I think early 80s or late 70s, this particular area was transferred to shipping, I mean fishing only. Earlier it was not. So now even today there are more than 800 trawlers going for fishing every day, and this is the main hub for Bombay for fishing. More than 80% of fish to Bombay is supplied from here. And even export, it takes a major chunk of export of fish from this place. There are people who do fishing everywhere and anywhere in the country and in the city. They come here to sell it because this is the biggest market.
So this is a wholesale market.
Yes. You will be happy to know the fishermen are such illiterate people. They don't know how to do accounting. So when they come, they sell a basket of fish, let us assume for 1,000 rupees. So the wholesalers and semi-wholesalers and retailers, they make the most of the profit. Those people are illiterate, the fishermen, so they don't get as much profit like what these people get. If he sells one basket of fish for 1,000, the wholesaler will sell it for 2,000. Without any effort, he is getting more than the fisherman. It's like the farmer. The farmer hardly gets anything, but the major chunk is eaten away by the wholesalers and retailers and all. So these people have now started educating themselves. Their children have started educating themselves. So they have understood it little bit. But then the youngsters don't want to get up so early. This business is at 5:36 to 7:30. I am talking about the whole fishermen. Then the wholesalers take it and then they sell it till 9:30. I would not say fast growing business, but these people have been here for little over 5 decades now. So they have their own identity and they don't want to leave their thing. The youngsters don't want to get into that business what the fathers did. Like, don't feel bad and offended. You would not want to do what your fathers did. So the same way is this thing. This is a universal problem. Now the children are so independent, they don't want to get into this. And this business is also, though it is very much paying, but it is also needs lot of effort. Effort like, it stinks. The fish, water and all, they stink. And no one wants to do it. The learned people don't want to do this thing which illiterate people did. So, but it's going on. I told you, our family members don't want to come here. If we have to go out, they'll tell us that you meet us somewhere outside. And the moment we go home, our clothes also stink. So they say, please change your clothes and then talk to us. But now we've been here for 65 years. As I said, my father started it. So we can't leave this place and go now. Or we cannot find a new place. So we have no choice but to live here and do our business here. You saw have been done up only 1 year back. Because there was an exhibition for 2 months which the fishing people did to attract tourists. Because tourists were not coming here, so they have done this to attract. There was an exhibition for almost 2 months where all foreigners used to come, all youngsters used to come, and they had advertised and it was free. So that was one of the attraction and people came in thousands. Weekends was still more.
Gilbert Hill. Gilbert Hill is 200 feet monolith column of black basalt rock at Andheri. The rock has severe vertical face and was formed when molten lava was squeezed out of Earth's cliff during the Mesozoic era about 66 million years ago. The hill offers a panoramic view of suburban Mumbai. Two Hindu temples, the Gagodevi and Durga Mata temple, set in a small garden, are accessed.
Dharavi is a locality in Mumbai. The Dharavi slum was founded in during the British colonial era and grew in part because of an expulsion of factories and residents from the peninsular city centre by the colonial government, and from the migration of poor rural Indians to urban Mumbai, they called it Bombay. For this reason, Dharavi is currently a highly multi-religious, multi-ethnic and diverse settlement. There has been a massive shift in tourism ever since the movie Gully Boy directed by Zoya Anwar has released. Early afternoons are an ideal time to see the clothes dry. The point has large area of mud flats which are not only a safe habitat for flamingos in winter but also has adequate food availability. They arrive and stay between the month of October to March. Other bird species come to feed at the flats.